Okay, cool. Looks like we can get underway. Pop this in the corner. Does this get to stay? Sweet. Could I have it as an overlay, maybe? Okay, I cannot. But I definitely can put it somewhere. Nah, that's terrible. Okay. What I need to do instead is the old way, popping up my chat here. Unfortunately, OBS does not want to operate properly with that broadcast chat. I don't know if that's OBS's fault, actually. It might actually be YouTube's fault. Who knows? I just like blaming YouTube for stuff. But this is massive progress right here. At least what it looks to be. I'm going to notify my Discord chat. We've got good quality. Lower than recommended. Alright, let's get to work. Let's redo this portion here. It's a good song. Though we was listening to a lot of metal before we got started here. Let's try. Still in the green. My fans aren't going crazy, which tells me, I think, that I fixed something. looks kind of sick. Moldy Bagel. Hello, William Platt. Welcome. Or, as I usually... I don't know why... I can't think today. But, hello, Combine. Welcome to the stream. Doing something very experimental and a bit out of my league, but I was willing to give it a shot. If we take a quick look, polygons. And polygons, it's space. But yeah, so the thing is, I just finished a song called Plastic Planet. I was originally going to draw like the Earth like a couple hundred years in the future with everything surrounded in plastic, but I got this idea instead, and I honestly like it better. See, the tricky part about this, I know that geometry in like 3D polygonal objects needs to be triangulated, or at the very least have a square shape, because any more than 4 vertices is going to be problematic. But then you get stuff like this, where it looks like there's little wrinkles in there, you know? It might just be pieces of the tile that I could work. See, down here, like at the jawline, it looks very three-dimensional. I was doing some more coloring, like on the inside, to see how it would look, and like the eye so far, I think it looks pretty good with three-dimensionality, but other stuff around here might be difficult to make it look 3D. So that's the main challenge with this piece. And so I'm usually like, okay, well, if you start a line, you want it to end in another vertice. But what I just did there, if I put that over there, it gives the opportunity to give it a little bit more volume, like pyramids. And the hair is going to be almost impossible. I have no idea how I'm going to do that yet. But thankfully, all I need to do is do the geometry on one side, so then I can flip it over to the other. That's why I like symmetrical work. But so what I want to do for each individual spike, I don't want it to just be the same flat way that I used to do it, like you see here, that his hair is all just like out like that. But no, his hair really is like a giant spike ball. So I need to have pyramids, like 4-pronged, like square-based pyramids, where like the dot itself, like there's a pinpoint here, 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 etc. And I need to draw them all overlapping like a giant spiky ball. And that's going to be very difficult, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Stream quality, let's give it a check. I look back a little bit to see if things are high frame rate. Looks just about as such. It says I've got a lower bit rate than recommended, but oh, there was oh wait, no, that's up. Huh. That's good. But yeah, so the thing was that for a while I was having difficulty streaming because there would be like latency issues or the stream would crash altogether because I'm just trying to do too much at once. But I got an Ethernet cord, and now that I'm able to plug it in, I think things are going to be a lot more smooth. Can have high quality video, and if I set up my mic too, I'll have high quality audio, but that's like another step. I just wanted to give this a shot first. And my computer fans aren't going crazy, which is the best thing, because I know that Macs in general seem to like not be able to handle the really big stuff that I like doing on Windows. We'll make a triangle there. Yeah, like doing Yeah, so I was kind of inspired by a friend who is working with Blender right now. See, like right here, if I want to give it a sort of rotund idea, I need to do it that instead of just straight up connecting it to the first vertex I see over there. Color like spider web it. But see, that's what I did for this one. But this is because it's a transformation point where you go from like a round cheek to flatter up against the snout. We had a lot to think about. And then the hard thing, too, I've got to remember what each of these individual polygons represents face-wise. Like, for the eye, it's very easy to see that these are on the top, and then when you get closer to the bottom, it's going to get darker. But around here, like, knowing which way everything's facing is going to get really hectic. And I might miss a couple. Like here, I almost just missed a quadrilateral. It looked kind of like a mess when I was getting started with this. When I colored some things that I was able to see a little bit where things were going, then I was able to say, hey, yeah, this is probably gonna work. Really hope Stormy can come in at some point, because he's doing all the three-dimensional stuff, and I want to see what he thinks about a project like this. The head looks very cool right now. I had to redo the prongs, like the fur on the edge, but I think it was worth it to do it like that. Break it up into 2 segments there. Hello, MacBar Pup. Welcome to the stream. Unless you've changed your name and put in picture, I don't recognize you. So, welcome as a first timer. Thank you very much. See, I got to segment that there too. Having a lot of fun with the line tool. This is similar to another project that I had done for class, where we had to used a picture and had to make little outlines there. But using a drawing is pretty much the same. And here too, I don't want to have everything like meeting at the same point, because then it looks like a pointy spot. You might be able to do that with the eye or something like that. But otherwise, you got to figure out proper ways to break it up. And I also want to get rid of the line, not get rid of them in full, but I want to like make them lighter like this, so it looks more like flat geometry. Can't go all the way because you see little white spaces in between each of the colors. But yeah. And as far as shading goes, if I do the colors properly, I won't have to do any, but I might add a little bit of shiny marks to it. Let's just get a quick flip check. Layer, rotate. See, look at the difference on the one side versus the other. Because I've done the coloration already on the one side. You can hardly tell what anything's going on over here. But let's flip the color side too. I'm going to try and randomize the color on the other side though, so that it's a little more like, I don't know, so it's not as clearly mirrored. Might emphasize the effect a little bit too. We treat each color like an individual like zone of this quote-unquote planet, but it is just my head. Okay, so a key thing about this, the spikes, is that it needs to be pyramids, and then the triangulated face still needs to be visible. So around the middle, there's going to be a pyramid that is almost completely vertical. So maybe we'll try and speculate how that is. Oh yeah. This middle row here, we can do a horizontal string of pyramids first and then build up and down. That's a good way of breaking it up. Only problem is it's very difficult because you can't overlap. Once you overlap, you're going to have to erase some of it, and that might leave a little bit of white space. So need to plan ahead very strategically. I probably could do some cleanup work, but I think it's just better to get it on the first go. I think the first step is, yeah, to draw a square for the root, and then, or rectangle pretty much, and then draw the X point. But the problem here too, this doesn't look very tall. It looks like a short little stub. It makes me realize too, like if I were to ever get like a suit, just how impossible it would be to make my freaking hair. And in some faces, like once the pyramid starts to get really distorted, you might not be able to see some of it. Accuracy there ends up being a lot more difficult. Something I neglected is that when the pyramids roll over, the top face is going to be a little shorter. But hopefully that won't be too consequential. To the overall visual effect of it, at least. See here, like that one face is probably in line with the other one, which is going to make it really hard to do. Just a test now. Let's see. Duplicate, layer, rotate, flip horizontally. And then we'll remove the bottom layer. Looks kind of silly right now, I will say. It's part of the learning process. If I could find a way to emphasize the length of the upper ones. Who knows? We'll go up first. I wonder how different this would be in a vector program. Because I am working solely with straight lines, at least to make the polygonal aspect of it. I could have, like, drawn the individual sketch and then done the vectors in the other program. Hello, Pyro. Welcome to the stream. Suggestion to hide that it's mirrored. Put a few spikes on the vertical center line. Oh, yeah. Well, it's an interesting contrast there, because I do sort of want to show that it is mirrored. Because, like, this super specific ornate geometrical thing, like even with the fur on the side, just as long as it looks okay. Let's see. Wait. It's not as difficult, or not as time consuming as I had thought it was going to be, at least. From this standpoint. Let's see, though. Because I might be okay with it. Oh, don't want to do freehand. No. We'll do like a corner fan out. Hi, May. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, even if it is a little bit late. I know you're probably gonna have to go to bed soon. But another album cover? You're correct. Not a full album, but for an individual song. Maybe I could do this as an album, actually. Because I finished the song Plastic Planet after, like, Foreversville. Let me turn on the light. And so I've been compiling a bunch of other songs into albums that I could use. You know. Well, I got a security alert. Oh, whoops. Never mind. That's my own thing. But let me see. If I go into my YouTube channel, The Pace of Space, where is that? There it is. I have 6 songs that are in there so far. Well, it will be 7 once I release Plastic Planet. But this could be... That's weird. Because I have another album cover in there. Like, for Paralytic Dreams. It's just the individual song. And then this one is another individual song. But yeah. I'll figure out which one I like better. Because Paralytic Dreams is still a pretty good one. But it's similar in premise. So maybe I'll use this one. But if I finish all the songs in that album, well, it's not really designed to be an album so far. But like, if I get enough songs to call it an album, my cap's going to be 10. Then I'll publish it with this picture, you know? This is all kind of confuddling there. And if I get more for the other ones too, like Middleman Syndrome, Ergonomic Tonic, I think I just need one more, then it'll be done. That one's going to be an interesting album cover. But it's weird. And I've got another song coming up that doesn't really fit into any of them. It would be closest to Ergonomic Tonic, but if I were to... I want to do a drawing for that one, too. Because it's a song called Hightail and Out of Here, which is like the musical version of like a cat chasing a mouse. That sort of thing. And I want to draw that. Like, it's a little mouse, it's a robber, and he stole a lady's ring, and then they're running away from a bunch of cat cops, you know? That sort of novelty sort of thing. But, yeah. And there's also Catastrophic Success, which probably won't be a full album, because all the songs that go in there take a lot of work. But yeah, the other ones I could work out with. So this probably will just be an individual song cover for now. Unless I get more inspiration to do other pieces like that. Well, that just tells me one thing, that I kind of picked the wrong industry. Because, well, not really, because I love music. I love audio and music. And I'm starting to realize that for how much I've created in comparison to artwork. Like, art in itself, I've had a lot of trouble getting motivated to complete nowadays. There's a lot of projects that have gone unfinished. With music, too, that was sort of the thing, where I was just getting stuck in a rut. But I made a little transfer back. And news, too, when it comes to Buried in the Sand, I'm going to be re-recording and remastering a lot of the different songs so that YouTube doesn't, like, squash the volume. And there's no clipping or anything, because I'm learning a lot about that in class as well. And once I do that, then I'll release it on Bandcamp and all those other things, you know. Yeah. Or I think I haven't heard of long plays, but I've heard of EPs, like episodes. I don't know if that's the same thing. But whichever way it goes, I guess they could still count as long as they're all grouped together in some way. Songs like that. Hello, Fagan Wells. Welcome to the stream. As far as artwork goes too, like I'm in a really weird spot with a lot of projects. Like Region 31 has been done for almost a year now, and I just haven't made the visuals for it because it's just a lot of work that I haven't gotten around to doing. I mean, school has made me busy, but this term I literally have 4 days with no classes, so I've got to be able to get some work done there. I mean, I do have to do work in between and set up for co-op stuff, but like, you know. I've gotten kind of into the rut of just being lazy and playing games. But I don't know. I'm playing a lot of Guitar Hero. It's tempting to break some of these down into multiple segments, but I think I'll just keep them pointy for the sake of how polygonal all this is. The more free time you have, the less productive you actually are. Yeah, because you get used to doing things that you want. There's categories of things. There's things you want to do out of like achievement. There's things you want to do out of entertainment purposes, and then there's some things that mesh in the middle. And that's usually what I end up working on. Projects where I'm entertained by it because it's new or something, but it is also productive. And then there's stuff that you have to do, but you still kind of want to do it because you have to do it. And then there's stuff you have to do, but you don't want to do at all. Like, an example of the last one is that I had to write an essay for a class that is absolutely terrible. History of modern design. Every time I'm in that class, I want to bang my head against the wall. And yeah, William, I find myself with YouTube a lot. Hello? Hi.
Dinner plans.
I have none.
Do you have leftovers from your village yesterday?
I do not. I'm sorry. Yeah, dinner plans.
Okay.
Yeah, you're so busy. You've been so busy with lately, but in the bits of free time, I can't find. I've been drawing up a storm. Yeah, it's like because art and stuff like that is a productive activity. Your brain sort of sees it as something that you have to do, like along with the other work. Like that's why they call it art work, you know. And so it's less of a leisure activity. So you think in your free time is leisure time, I think. That's sort of how my brain sees it. This is looking pretty cool. Oh, I like that. Let's just do a quick flip test. Layer, rotate. That's gonna be really interesting, I think. Once all these are like randomly colored, I think I want to do random rainbow colors for the whole main surface. The inside of the mouth is going to be black just as a matter of like depth, showing it's like a carve out of the surface. Same within the inside of the ears, but you know. And yeah, the whole thing is going to be in space. But right now I'm going, maybe it would be cool if I make the lines white when I get to that stage. I've been doing sort of stuff like that in just like the sketchy stage. Let's see. Layer, rotate, flip horizontally. Temporarily merging them down, protecting the alpha. Getting a white marker. And then just holographically. It's a cool looking hologram, I'll tell you what. Although you would need to be better depth perception. Around the snout area, you can hardly tell what's going on. So it does need to be color, unfortunately. Unless it was actually a three-dimensional model. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like their symmetry either. But what I do is, like, I do halves, pretty much. Duplicating layers and then flipping them over. There's a lot of math when it comes to art, and the math side of it, where you're like just flipping, doing geometry and stuff like that. That's pretty fun when you figure it out. Also, this song is a bop. It's usually not in swing, but I found a video where it is in swing, and it makes me happy. I like the song very much. You could go back and see, there's a video I made of all my unfinished songs. It is there, like, as an unfinished portion, of course. But I did work around it and find some solutions to it. Ended up making it a valid work in my repertoire. Like, I personally like it a lot. And it's the sort of thing that's been happening with my music a lot. Usually, like, if I find a way to wrap it all up really nicely and I enjoy it, I find myself tearing up. It's like, yes, I did it. I'm so happy. That sort of thing. Personal accomplishment, in that sense. Yeah, I agree, Fane. Quite a few songs that I've listened to that aren't mine that just make me tear up every once in a while. But oftentimes with my own music, too. You think you're going to polish up some of your other unfinished ones from that video? Well, let's see. Some of them I've deleted, so unfortunately I can't. But that's more like the ones that are like really upstart. Because that was an old video, and that was before when I had to deal with iPhone storage being limited. But there are some other ones I think about that are in the works that I do plan on finishing at some point. Let me see. What else? Desperation was one from that video that I polished and cleaned up. And then now with Plastic Planet, that's another one of them. If I go into my songs, yeah, there's Region 31. I just need to do visuals for that. And the visuals are going to be really complex. Well, they were going to be. I might simplify it for the sake of releasing the video, but we'll see. Hightailing Out of Here, I think I'm pretty close to done with that, and so I want to release that too. What else? A Tear in the Sun. That was the other project I had talked about, where I was doing the beatboxing stuff beforehand to plan out where it was going to go. What else do we got? Super Secret Agent Spy thing. I want to be able to do that, but that's a humongous project with a ton of animation and realistic sounding instruments. If I get good at GarageBand on the Mac instead of on my phone, it's possible. Because I know there's much more realistic sounding instruments on there. Freaking. Just play the video. It's cute, Rousey. Yay. Yeah, what else? Nuclear Inferno is another song that I was working. I don't know if I'm going to finish that one. Because that one's more like in drum stuff that I haven't been able to do. Oh, wait, I should be going alphabetically. Apple Trees, maybe? I don't know. What else? Dream Valley is a definite no, because the lyrics for that one weren't any good. Let's see. Green, no. Hiker's Pipe. No, what's that? I don't even know. I've got so many things in here, I forget what half of them are. Test Zone 8 I deleted. Or did I? Let me check. Yeah, I deleted it. That's an old one. But yeah, there's a lot in the way. Another potential project, one called Sunday Laundry. It would be a similar sort of style to Midnight with Halos, jazzy with like piano and the cello. But yeah, a lot of things I could do. I just have to pick what to do and stick with it. And that's the hard part. That looks cool. You know, this has reminded me a lot of an album I like called Chaos Sphere by Meshuggah. Well, I don't know if I like the album, but I like the album art. And there's a song from that I like, New Millennium Cyanide Christ. That's a pretty good one. But it's like super metal stuff. I think William is right about the symmetry thing being weird. Maybe I will have him peak in the middle instead. But that's fixable. I could do in every other situation. Yeah, let's try that. Tally Hall, they're pretty good. Vaguely rings a bell, but I don't think so, unfortunately. This song's a banger. Also, it's kind of funny because it both sounds like they're saying Murdoch is God and Murdoch is gay. I don't know. I just think it's funny. I like the second half of it. I don't know what the lyrics changed to, but whatever. So we'll make this one, center peaks. Huh. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think it would be a better split of top ones like that instead. Thank you for that, mate. Murdoch, maybe. That's it. See, I was considering doing ultra low latency for the stream too, but I want to check back at the recording for this because if it's high quality, like really good visuals, and if I'm doing speed art videos eventually, or eventually again, you know, then it would be really cool if I could have high quality video. I did like achieve it at one point, but most times it seems to reduce the quality, but that's because streaming and all is really difficult. But if I'm using Ethernet, things may change. Huh. All right, let's see now if we can do that. Yeah, and the reason why is because my stream literally could not handle a music tab. And it feels more cozy this way. Nostalgic for the old days where we used to have music. Now things are better. Assuming the Ethernet is chugging this, I might have just fixed some settings around because I realized like the output resolution, it said like there was the base and then there was the scaled, where I thought I had it where it was like, okay, my MacBook screen is like 3,000 pixels wide, but it reduces down to like 1920 by 1080p. But no, I had them reversed, so maybe it was kind of going a little funky there. What song even is this? And I'll tell you what, too. As far as inspiration and stuff goes, I find it a lot easier to draw when you have music in the background. That's just me, though. Not sure if I like the prongs being like this yet, but it looks promising. Yeah. And thankfully too, it's been for me like it doesn't matter the kind of music. Like I can listen to like heavy metal sort of stuff when I'm drawing something that's otherwise. I mean, if it's like in polar opposite territory, like this, I'd say is in the middle. But if I were to draw like something really sweet and sentimental with like the screaming in the background, that would be a little weird. But you know, if I had to sit in complete silence for the 3 hours it takes to finish a piece, I think I'd have lost my mind by now. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the best sound setup for it. These headphones aren't the greatest, but they're good enough. I'm not going to complain. But yeah. Let's see how that is. Layer, rotate. That looks pretty cool still. His hair looks a little more flat than usual. Like this. Not flat dimensionally, but like the whole poof ball looks like a flatter sphere. But that should show that it's reaching out a little more. And I'll see. I think this will look good for now. I'm gonna see how the ears look with it. Oh yeah, it's weird too. The middle prongs, it looks more rounded off than the double prongs. So maybe I'll have to do all middle prongs then. We'll see. But I could change that in time being. Sea urchin form. Oh no. Jeez. But yeah, truthfully speaking, my hair is dangerous, especially in this form. All right, let's figure out these ears. What I was gonna do with them. And then, at least as long as I have a baseline, like for the head, I could do this part of the geometry that I was waiting on, because having things overlap is annoying. Yeah. If anything, if the ears reach up pretty high, because these are big ears, then it'll help to offset that, I think. Annie cacti. Cactani. It's weird too, because like a lot of the music I have in my playlists while we do these sorts of things, they're not necessarily like real songs. Like this is just something the video guy made, like partially backwards guitar, and I just think it sounds really cool and it's fitting for drawing. You know. Used to be. Just a minute. You head first. Yeah. Like that's why Sonic does so much damage to the robots when he rolls into them. He's got hair like this. Hey Ray. I don't think I'm gonna give him ear fur this time around because honestly there's no point to it. Oh wait. Another quick sneaky little tactic, I guess. If I do this, that way I'll avoid tracing over the what's its face. Ear construction's a little weird here. I want us to be able to emphasize the roundness of it all. And then here too, like the hollowness of it. I can do that with the geometry. Oh, it's Magnolia's song. Or like the song for when I was doing the fry stealing. Line up the middle. The one thing that always bugs me with Fire Alpaca is when you use a fill bucket for like these long pointy shapes up towards the top, it doesn't get anywhere. So that's the edge of the ear. What? No, is this the edge of the ear? Yeah, this is the edge of the ear. Made too many prongs. Oh, jeez, mate. You gotta get to sleep. I don't want to hold you up too much any longer. But thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. Good night, May. Well, it might not just be that. I also realized that a couple of my settings were a little fuddled up. I had it so the input resolution was the output resolution, or like the base resolution that it's working from. I put that as 1080p on accident when I should have put that in like 3072p or whatever the Mac uses. But I had that switched. And I also changed the bitrate a little bit. Oh, that looks good. I can hardly hear this. There we go. Alright, so this should be good enough for the base geometry. Let's see. Select, deselect, copy, layer, rotate horizontally. Now that looks cool. Yeah, boy. I like that. Alright. I'm not going to keep the color consistently flipped. So what I would do, then I'll flip what I have right now. Layer, rotate. So keep the mouth pretty much the same, just some slight changes. Freehand. Make one of these a slightly darker. I think it'll be this one though. And merge these two together. Cool. Let me save real quick. Ooh. What's this? Fuck. Get that out of the way. Forgot to erase some lines. think the nose is the other thing I wanted to be black. Just as prominent features, you know. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I agree. Let's get like a nice dark color. For the mid-ranges. Suppose that is the right. The black will be nice to accent it too. And hell, even if this isn't like a good fit for the song itself, because that's still in question too. The original idea that I had for the album cover, or the song cover, was going to be just like at the Earth in the future, covered in trash and plastic and all, and having it floating around and stuff in there. But this could be much better. Emphasis on could be. Because the theming behind it is still... Because that's what I wrote the song with the intention behind, you know. Uh-oh. That should be all the black sections. Then I'll do the same thing with the ears that I did. Or no, the eyes. The other spot. Red, orange, yellow. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about the fact that the higher up the color is, the brighter it is. Color consistency is going to be a little bit weird because they're definitely not going to be consistent at all. But just as long as it looks like it goes in the right spot. See, like that is not the same color as that. Hold on. Yeah, it was close. But as long as it looks close enough to the geometry, I could make it passable. See, I knew I should have done like the initial vibrance of the colors and then tried to desaturate it and brighten it. Because I originally had them like full hue up in the top corner, but I wanted to bring it down because it fit more of like a toy plastic sort of environment, you know? But the stark black contrast is going to look very good. Actually, you know what I might do over here instead? To emphasize like shine, have like one side of it be really bright. Alright. Green. Let me go ahead and save real quick. That oddly, this song I think is very fitting for this piece. Mainly just looking at the eyes right now, though. God, I could have this as a print. I want to get this as a print. That would be so cool. Especially with the whole spacey background once it's done. My God. Lighting. If I do lighting effects properly here, this could be one of the coolest things I've ever made. The coolest thing I've ever made, actually. I would put it up there. In that. As that title. Maybe I'll make a separate layer. Because the rest of this now is all body, we'll call it. And I still want to keep like the rainbow aesthetic. Maybe not, but a little more minute. So I will put it... I will do the same sort of thing with different saturation, and then I'll make it super bright and low saturation. So that's closer to white than the rest. Color theory was something I didn't learn too much about, but I'm going to be guessing a lot on here. But let's work it up. I could rework this a bit. Holy crap. Just this base that I have, like this right here, I could recolor it and make a whole bunch of different styles for it. So this is a thing. Hello, Atlas. Welcome to the stream. Yes. It's going to be the cover for a song that I will be releasing soon. Like, let's just take this real quick. Protect Alpha, and yet again, I'll do all white lines because it still looks really cool. As a hologram in the space setting. Looks so cool. I like this so much. Maybe I want to do the full sparkles. Yeah, because like this I had just as like a backup there. Yeah, unfortunately. But she had to go to sleep. She slept 5 hours last night. I gave her a break. I might have to go get something to eat. I think about it. I didn't have anything for dinner, but I think we're at a good place to call it. Oh wait, no. If Atlas has been here, so I'm gonna do a little bit more work, and then later on I'll get something to eat. My roommates are making dinner, I think. If for themselves, I might go get something else. You know. Or if that comes the case, I think I'll just pause. Yeah. Alright. Let's continue with this then. Control Z, a lot of shit. Yo, what if for the coloration I go like warm colors up at the top and cool colors down at the bottom and like a gradient that way? I won't fully work actually because of the way it's arranged here. But they could do diagonal. Diagonal maybe. That would be cool. Oh, God, there's so many ideas I want to try. Fuck me, this is so hard. Let me see. Whatever works then. Alright, I'm gonna try my main idea then first. Random colors in the high spectrum. And then adding geometries, all different colors. And then I change it to be based on depth. God, Starmie would have a blast with this, I think. Cover about 1/7 of them. And no colors touching each other. Do want to keep that as a standard. Red, orange. Too many colors. Oh wait, I need more red up in the hair. Yeah, coloration is the main theme of this piece, and so it needs to be on point. I might go back and redo some of them, or like make them a little darker or brighter to match whatever spice they're in, but we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. Not complete random places. Like, if I see red and orange here, maybe on the other ear I'll do blue and purple. Not totally random. Now here's my chance to see how well this picture fits with Paralytic Dreams. Hello, Truman. Welcome to the stream. Is that a thing where, like, with, like, what's it? Infrared cameras. It's, like, it's warmer colors for, like, the lighter areas and stuff, and cooler areas for the colder, or the darker colors for the colder areas. I can't speak. You know what I mean. But that's how infrared glasses work. Because then I could do that in a similar sort of way, using infrared as inspiration, where all the bright, like, upper elevated spaces have, like, brighter colors, like red, orange, yellow, or warmer colors. So I could do that for here. The warm colors are I'm not liking this yet, but I might get around to it. I have to see. Too much walking today? This could be currently segmented into, like, just simplified there. Simplified so that it's just like the what's it face? Nope. The spots that are lower and going under are dark, and then the rest are just like the main tone. Because if I make them very low saturation, very high brightness, then the colors themselves won't matter too much. They'll all blend into sort of pastel. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. What's this gross green stuff? What even is this song? Oh. This is an interesting one. A lot of these I added just out of suggestion from the server, but I never really took the chance to listen to it fully on myself. Sounds pretty cool. Are the outlines all use the line? Yeah. All polygonal and shit. Yeah, it is. but polygonified. Let's just see. Go hue on this layer. Ai, shitsu. Wrong layers. Devastating. I think that'll look pretty good. As long as we tone it correctly. Yeah. I'm confident with that. Maybe a little less saturation. Yeah, there we go. Just temporarily, and then with the background. Not fully there yet. But definitely has possibility of being awesome. Actually, hey, if the 3D effect still works without even needing to change the lighting of it all, we might be able to just stick with this. Because there is no light. Oh wait, there is light in space. What am I saying? Light does travel through space. But yeah. It's like I'm thinking of sound. Sound does not travel in space. But yeah, we could use the advent of space, if it being far away from light. No, I think I do have to. Yeah, I do need to color code it based on the light. But crossing my legs. We'll use a lighter blue to fit more with pastel anyway. All right. This song's a bop. Pink time. Hello, Moonlight. Glad you like it, Moon. Let's change to yellow now. Oh, I forgot about down here. Down here sauce. This is gonna be so cool when it's done. I'm really happy with this. It's weird. There's like a lot of surfaces where I've sort of like decided, okay, it could be either light or dark. It doesn't really matter. Like the sides of the triangle. The sides of these little pyramid things, you know? As long as it's not like facing up. That has to be a lighter surface. The drawing is going to be an album or a song cover for a song that I plan on releasing soon. See how it looks so far. Still looks pretty cool. That is cool. It's freaking mosaic. Like crystal or glass. Definitely looks a lot better than this here. But you know. Coloring this thing is a bit of a hassle, but I might be able to cheese it a little bit when it comes to doing alternate versions, if I do get around to that. Oh yeah! That's a good idea. Welcome back, Truman. Let's see that. Filter, hue, brightness up, saturation down a little bit. Just a little bit of If I change the layer blending. Multiply, no. Overlay. Whoa. Wow. This completely negates the effect, but I think that's really cool. Why you gotta do this to me, YouTube? Hard light seems to work pretty well with that. I might be able to duplicate it and do like multiple effects. Whoa. This looks cool if I want to do one that's like just straight up Annie's actual colors. Frosty. Normal is pretty good. This is so cool. And then layer 5, let's see, filter. We turn the brightness up on that. I wonder if it looks better with white lines or black outlines. If I turn down the opacity a bit, it looks more just like actual geometry. But then again, I gotta do all the points and fix them a little bit. This is so cool. Oh my god, imagine a t-shirt with this thing on it. True, but I gotta make the best out of this because this is so fun. I am having a blast. Yeah, I don't even think I have to do like the or not the volumetric. Changing the color based on the positioning relevant to light, because it already looks super geometric in the sort of pastel way. I might have to make it a little more saturated, or a little less saturated actually, the inverse. But you know, we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. Reference. I know, that's not gonna work. Reference to the canvas, then we need a layer above this that's pure black. So we see which ones we're still missing a little better. I'm very glad I decided to both stream this and then decide to do this drawing in the first place. Thank you guys for being here with me too. That makes it so much more fun. Just picturing the meme of like, what's his name? Syndrome being like, come on, you gotta admit this is cool. God. See, this is the sort of artwork that's like, I'm really motivated to work on it because it's so unique and different from what I've always been doing. Better than shouting into the void, you're right. Honestly, I'm even with how long ago I made this song, it's still a bop. And I think it fits with the theme of this one too. So maybe I could make this the album cover for the whole album if I do finish Pace of Space. Uh-oh. Gosh darn it. Long layer for all that. Solution! Here we go. Wow. Then put this underneath. Yes. He's perfect, dude. Phone case, maybe. Although my phone case is already pretty set. If I can get stickers, yes. God. if I ever become a brand, if I ever use this as a branding, my character, my god, I've got so much territory and ground I can cover with it. This is so awesome. Uh-oh. I think the pastel of it is still pretty good. I think that's good for the time being. I want to separate these layers again though. We'll just do this. Ah, that's so clever. I love that. I love finding solutions to problems that I create for myself. I just do. That's fun. Cut this and paste it on a different layer. Beautiful. Now I can do whatever I want to the pastel layer. Oh, there's the eyes too. I forgot about that. Well, I could dissect them too. These I probably have to go in one at a time. The eyes look so round though, and that's what I really like, even with the geometry behind it. No, I can't expand it. Gotta keep doing 0. This is a very technical drawing too. Like as a portfolio piece for jobs and stuff. By gosh. That'd be great. There we go. I think that's perfect. Let's see how it looks at the space, the background. Duplicate this and move it beneath. Filter. Gaussian blur. That's so cool! Rainbow glow! God. I feel like this isn't even plastic planet anymore, it's glass. This is so cool. I could do this for everything. Like, this could be something to put on a shirt. This could be a logo. This could be, like, if I were to use it just for all my music from now on, instead of that other one I have. Like, I had another logo. Let's just go looking through real quick. One sec. open. Wait, oh, whoops, forgot about that. If I go into drawings.
Oh shit, the cornstarch.
Oh, it's pretty far down. Oh, wait, I know what to do. If I just go to OBS, where's BRB? The guy in the left side there. That used to be my music logo. That sort of thing. This would be so much better. Filter. This is so cool. Just sitting here admiring this right now. If you zoom out too, it still holds its shape. Well, maybe I will need to talk, because right now I'm seeing the eyes. The eyes look very 3D. The rest, not as much, at least in terms of coloration. But let's just try one thing really quick. Oh wait, I forgot about what I was going to do with the lines anyways. Layer 7. All right. Airbrush. Darken. And I have like a dark purple. Ah, frig. No, overlay. Oh, friggin' Ah. No, that's my camera. What am I doing? Scene 2. Ah. I always do that. I'm so stupid. You guys know what my face looks like. Shush. Smaller stars is better, yeah. Select inverse. Now we have just here to work with. This overlay layer. Oh wait, I gotta turn the intensity way down. Softness kind of negates the effect you get from... Maybe not. I don't know. I don't 100% know what to make it, but... I think it still looks pretty cool. Adds this sort of luminosity to it, too. Yeah, if like they're glowing. The super pastel parts are the part that's glowing, and the rest is the shadow that's cast from it. This could work. I'm gonna need some help from you guys though, because in terms of like deciding if it looks good, I know you guys could just say I'll do whatever, but no, I really want to know in this case. Can I do the opposite? Question. Do for lighting effect. That does not look as good. That looks cloudy. Put just a little bit on the top. All right, see you, William. That's so cool! Oh my gosh, I wasn't so sure about it, but when I took the when they put the space background with it, no, I'm so sure. Difference? Oh yeah, I love this so much. Oh my gosh. Where's my edge pen? I'm gonna put my signature prominently right at the bottom, because this is just too cool. Edge pen. Where is it? Thoughtless baby. Thoughtless baby. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is the wrong edge pen? Oh, there it is. Now I gotta make this more geometric in nature. We'll do one test. Let's do this. make it monospace. And all that has to be centered. Alright. See you, Truman. I'm almost going to be done with this, so I might not be here by the time you get back. Honestly, I kind of just like that. Yeah, I think I might just keep that. You're right, Mood. I will keep it. Beautiful. Save this bad boy. God, can you imagine how expensive it would be to get like a t-shirt of this? No, I think a print would be so cool. It's hard to know what I want now. I love this so much. God, imagine if I can get like an audio visualizer for all my music, and then I have this as like the main background, you know? My God, this is so cool. I don't know. I've got a lot of thinking to do about stuff. It will come in time. For now, I'm just gonna relish in the moment. Thank you everybody who was here along with the stream to watch me unfold this glorious creation. But I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Bye-bye.